And now the new study linking vitamin D and cancer in a way we've never heard before. Doctors know that low levels of the vitamin can lead to a host of illnesses, but now research suggests that vitamin D might actually hold the key to fighting cancer. John McKenzie has a story.
The studies just keep coming, the evidence mounting. Low levels of vitamin D are now linked to so many illnesses, from breast, colon, and prostate cancers, type 1 diabetes and asthma, to multiple sclerosis and heart disease.
I even think of vitamin D as the fountain of youth, if you will, in that it allows us to age well.
At least that's the hope. And nowhere is the evidence more compelling than here in the laboratory.
So all the work here is on vitamin D?
Yes, we've got
Professor Joellen Welsh has spent the last 25 years studying the powerful effect of vitamin D on cells.
These are human breast cancer cells growing in the flask.
Taken from a woman who had breast cancer?
Yes.
Now watch what happens when you add a potent form of vitamin D. Within just 4 days, half those cancer cells are dead.
It looks like the cancer cells have basically shriveled up and died.
The longer they're treated with vitamin D, the more of an effect we see. What happens is that vitamin D enters the cells and it triggers this cell death process. It's similar to what we see when we treat cells with tamoxifen.
A drug used to treat breast cancer?
Yes.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. It's a very dramatic effect.
That was just the beginning. Researchers here then took human breast cancer cells and injected them into mice. Tumors quickly began to grow, but when the mice were treated with vitamin D, the tumors began to shrink. Look, this one was reduced to half its size. The one here disappeared entirely. Similar results have been seen on colon and prostate tumors in mice. The real test, however, remains. Will vitamin D work this way in people? Other lab work is revealing how vitamin D can actually improve the way cells function in the heart and in blood vessels.
And the number one killer is vascular disease, and vitamin D makes our arteries more healthy, basically. It allows them to age well.
Preliminary, tantalizing research on a common nutrient with so much potential.
Andreas, we've been told that the sunlight will give us cancer, skin cancer.
Yes.
And you say that's absolutely not true.
No, there is no proof yet to that effect. In fact, it's the opposite. That lack of sunshine causes skin cancer. You may know that many people have skin cancers in areas that are never even exposed to the sun.
That's true.
And so it's not the sun. The UVB is now taken off the hook. It's no longer the culprit. There's a brand new study that just came out and showed that UVB doesn't cause the cancer. It's the UVA. Now, when you use sunscreens, and there are many sunscreens that just block out UVB, so you don't tan, you basically
right. They're supposed
you
to
don't
protect
burn,
our skin.
so that you don't burn your skin. Skin burning is not a good idea. In any case, you don't want to burn your skin. So typically, if your body is in the sun too long, it will start burning. You would want to get out of it. Whereas if you put suntan lotion on, you don't get that signal. And you allow a lot of penetration of UVA. Now there are some of these other screens that are blocking out both UVA and UVB, and you think, oh, now I'm safe.
Right.
Yes, but you are becoming vitamin D deficient while being in the sun.
And if you are vitamin D
deficient, your cancer risk goes right up.
Okay.
So again,
skin cancer,
any kind of cancer. Right. So you need your vitamin D in order to be cancer-free.
So
again,
the risk
77% of all cancers can be reversed or avoided by having normal vitamin D levels, according to Creighton University's study. If you start increasing your sun exposure little by little, you will have a natural protection on the skin, which is called tanning.
Yes,
and
I've
then
read that.
You can stay out in the sun hours. I lived in Cyprus for 15 years. It's 330 days sunlight, very bright sunlight, very warm. I could stay out in the sun all day long and would never have any sunburn or any damage to the skin.
Because the best sunscreen is a good tan.
Yes.
But we can actually harm our skin by using sunscreens?
Definitely. Sunscreens they're composed of sometimes dozens of chemicals, carcinogens, that are normally, if you put that in the food, let's say if a food processing company like Healthy Choice or whatever would put that in the food, they would lose their license and the owners would be imprisoned because it's extremely dangerous to put that in the food. But you're allowed to put it on the skin. Where is it going? After an hour, you put some more on it because it's gone. You absorb most of that stuff. These chemicals are highly absorbable. They enter the bloodstream, and where do they go? They go to the liver. And then the liver has to break them down, but that overtaxes the liver. You make what, you may go into that, producing a lot of intrahepatic gallstones, and some of them accumulate in the tissues, in the connective tissues, and if they happen to be in the skin area, under the skin, they saturate there, you may develop skin cancer because you took the sunscreens. So sunscreens are now a leading cause of skin cancer because people are slathering it on their skin and they absorb that stuff.